Hey there, welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. Sorry for the late start this evening. The kids are still in Colorado time, right? So it's a little bit of a struggle today to get them to bed. They're still up, and there's a good chance that Mrs. Legs might call me in to help out. So again, I apologize. Keith, how you doing, man?
I'm
Uh,
good.
Good to see you.
I decided to show even though you've been bad-mouthing Laurier. How dare you?
I haven't been bad mouth. Well, I mean, look, it's just an honest opinion. It's not really bad mouthing, is it? Is it, Keith? Have I been
No,
really? Are you just teasing me, or have I been really bad mouthing Laurier?
no, I'm just teasing
Yeah, I think like aesthetically they look
you.
pretty good. You know what I mean? They do. They just feel a little hollow inside when I hold them. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I got it. I got it.
Yeah. What do you got on wrist tonight?
Oh, let me take it off here. I'm wearing my. It looks terrible on my screen. Let's just say that right now. It's my Citizen
Oh yeah,
Silver
yeah,
Leaf.
yeah. Yep,
Um,
absolutely. Looks good, man. That's a nice looking dial on that watch. Hey, Amin, what's up, man?
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Realized my whole thing setup was not working when I joined.
Oh,
I think
I've
my
done
video is
that
still
stuff.
glitching, is it?
Yeah, it's a little glitchy. Yeah. Are you using
Strange.
the camera or the camera from your laptop?
You know, when I came here, my whole setup was like my computer was off, my mic was not powered in. Let me leave and come back, see if this works better.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Um, well, look, I mean, I'm wearing my Seiko, like that new Kinetic lookalike or Kinetic inspired solar chrono with the multiple pushes here. It's a fun watch. It's fun. I got this like nice little black leather racing strap on there. It's fun. It's fun, man.
yeah, yeah. It's a wild-looking watch.
Yeah, yeah,
All
and
those
it doesn't.
pushers.
Yeah, and it's I mean, it is kind of wild looking. I really like the panda scheme on it.
Hmm.
It's like a panda with like a third eye on top. Um, so, but it's a lot of fun, and there's still some weight to it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't feel like very light like a quartz. Some of those other speed timer, those quartz that Seikos have. I felt those watches were kind of like, eh, I need some weight. What it comes down to, I need some weight on a watch. I didn't need it for that Citizen,
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
yeah, because that was titanium, and I could trick myself into thinking that it's fine. But I definitely I need some weight. Do you need weight in your watches, Almond? Do you feel like you like that kind of like feeling?
I think I like a little bit of weight.
Hmm.
It, if a watch is like designed to be super light, maybe then it's okay. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Hey, what do you have on wrist tonight?
I have on the Urwork. It's weighty. It's got some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. That's an awesome watch. All right,
Thanks.
let's say I could already tell by the comments that I'm getting some flack here. Hello, who's waiting for Bobby to show up? Dib, aren't you on the road? Like, aren't you in a
So,
car going somewhere? Like, are you there, or are you like in the back seat of your friend's car watching this? Um, does Bobby Legs really love watches? If so, where is he? Oh man, Time was missing the Bengals Packers pregame, waiting on legs. Hey Ken, how you doing? Peter C, what's up? Bobby sets his own time. Come on, I am. I'm singing lullabies. I mean, well, I was trying to. Oh man, so like I'm reading my son a book, and, and I'm done with the book. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, I'm leaving. He's like, oh, you only read me one book, you know. Meanwhile, the last hour, I'm helping them put together this little Lego thing. And then so he like picks like I'm like, okay, I'll read you one more book. And of course he picks like the longest. He picks the sequel to Cat in the Hat. And that takes like 10 minutes to read, man. You know what I mean?
you finish it?
Yeah, yeah, I finished it. And he's still up. So I had to give him like seven other books. I'm like, I'll be back in half an hour. Shh. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Um Bobby Legs loves showing up late. Or baking cookies. I wish. I wish I was baking cookies. We wait for Legs. He doesn't wait for anyone. Um, Serbians are getting a bit testy. Sorry, Serbians. I thought I dodged a bullet the other night giving away that watch at Citizen because Wilson lives in the States,
Mhm.
and he's like, he's like, keep it, Rob, like he totally predictable Wilson, he's such a good guy. He's like, no, you give it away. So I'm giving it away on the Bobby Legs Discord to the members there. So in a few weeks we'll do a drawing of it at the end of the month, and they'll get a chance to win that watch. Hey Ken, good to see you. Bobby Late loves watches. Oof, that's
Brutal.
hard. Intern wouldn't stand for this. Wilson ditched the Jorn and is rocking the Eco Drive tonight. No, Symphony. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Couldn't give up the Jorn.
Couldn't give up the Jorn. Scott is saying this is what mashing up sleeping pills into juice is for during dinner. Ooh, okay.
Have you tried that one with your kids before?
Yeah, I have not tried that. I have not tried that before. Amin, have you ever did anything? No. Justin's missing wrestling. Sorry, Justin. Hey up, what's going on? How you doing? I could have been out with my peeps drinking and hitting on girls and then getting rejected. Instead, I'm stuck in a chat.
I'd love to know what's going on with Dib right now. It's dedication if he's out on the road and he's watching this.
I know that Dib. I mean, like seriously, you can look if you want to stay on the chat and listen. That's great. But you should probably interact with the people that you're around with, right? I mean, that's like if like me, you, and Amin were out to dinner, and I'm like on, Sanjay's stream. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
Bobby respects. I do. Well, I don't know if I go that far. Like,
Wow, you don't even respect Laurier?
well, no, I do.
Laurier. You respect Oris, but not Laurier. That's okay.
I don't know if
see
I
how it
respect
is.
Oris. Actually, I don't know if I respect Oris anymore.
Oh, okay.
But I think I have more respect for Laurier.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Chaz is here. I mean, Thomas Burnett's here. Wayben. Oh wow, now I'm going to wear a Citizen Silver Leaf too. Okay. Good. Okay, let's scroll down further over here. Let me just catch up with the chat because we're a little late this evening. Join now and forever. Regret not getting a Citizen. Okay, that's right. Join the Bobby Legs Discord if you want to win a Citizen. Oh man. We talked enough already. Okay. Yeah. Dib is chatting from the middle seat in an Altima. That is dedication, folks. Okay. All right. Thomas is starting up the conversation. Just to start, would you consign a watch to sell? I have consigned a watch to sell. About a year and a half ago, I consigned a watch with our friend, the friend of the channel, AB. And his website, his online website, Ticking Way. Is it Ticking Way, Amin? Is it Ticking
Yep.
Way?
Ticking
Yeah.
away, yeah.
And I was very happy with it. I also consigned another watch that I think was going to be a tough sell anyway, and it didn't go anywhere. And I just asked it back, and he sent it back to me, and then eventually, I put it on eBay and sold it there. But I think what it made it like I wouldn't have sent it to anybody just for consignment. Like I knew AB. He had been on the streams before. I've had personal conversations with him via phone. We text each other every once in a while. So I knew him, right? And I trusted him, right? And so I didn't have a problem consigning that, Thomas. And thanks for the super chat. Amin, if you've consigned watches before, have you? Or no? Or would you?
I would. I don't think I have. I feel like
You never said anything to AB?
I've traded watches to AB.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like consigning. Well, when my local place, if I trade them watches, I get pretty good trade value. And when
Yeah.
I asked to consign, it sounded like they were going to give me a lot less.
Yeah.
AB was going to sell some watches for me, but I just changed my mind. I
Yeah.
haven't done it. I would do it, but I haven't done it.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like with the one watch that he did sell for me, like I don't think I could have done better.
Mm,
You know, and I know AB has a lot of his clientele is not actually in the United States. That's what he told me once. I don't know if that's changed. He told me that a while ago.
mm,
So, he's looking to source pieces for clientele, an international clientele that may not have much access to timepieces as we do here, possibly in the States. That's just my guess
mm.
on the situation of a buyer, international buyer. So and he takes great pictures, right?
Yeah.
And so like the watches just look, they almost sell themselves. Now, look, I know there's some people that I know that consign with AB, and not everything is sold. I also know people that stuff is sold pretty quickly, and stuff has took time to sell. But I mean, if you're patient, right, and if you don't need that money right away, you know, I think consigning certain kinds of pieces with AB is not a problem. Now, I'm not going to speak about anybody else, right? Because I've never had that experience with anybody else, and I think I would just stick to consigning something with somebody that I know. That would be my preference.
Yeah,
Do you have any
Federico came
thoughts?
out with
Yeah, Keith.
I was just gonna say Federico came out with a video this week
Yeah,
basically saying you shouldn't co-sign with anyone.
yeah,
But I know like Exquisite consigns watches, right?
yeah,
And that's as legit as a watch business gets, basically, from what I know. So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. And to that, Keith, I think like somebody who has like a business has like a storefront, right? Like
yeah.
that for me is a plus, right? Because like, okay, I know where they are, right? And
Hmm.
and chances are my watches are probably there, right? Um, Whereas some of these like other dealers, like and this has all come up because of Anthony for the Timepiece Gentleman. Like, I mean, I know he had like an office, but like he's somewhere in California or whatever. That's nowhere near where I am, right? And neither is AB. Don't get me wrong, but again, I know AB. I have the confidence. We have a friendship, and I knew that things would be on the up and up with him. But like something like Exquisite, right, in Florida, who you can sign, and I'm sure there's other places around the world and the country that you can, jewelers and watchmakers who have their own storefront that you can get signed with, and if you're patient, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it at all. Um, let's see here. I would to the right individual. That's what Div is saying. Um, I can sign a watch to AB to sell. Wilson would.
To
Um,
Dib, he's saying Dib.
to Dib. Sorry,
Yeah.
to Dib. Um, all right. Yeah, I mean, like, I think if you can sign like any kind of like Seiko, I think Dib could sell that for you, right? And have that confidence. Um, I can sign a watch to TPG just have to wait for him to pay back the $5 million before I can get paid. Um, Cabby Lake, Dib, what are your thoughts on the SBGW 293? Wait to find one pre-owned. Dib is not even on the show, and people are asking him questions. That's amazing. And Dib responds, you can get 10 to 15% on that. Used prices are around 3,500, 3,800. Depends on whether you are willing to take the hit for a brand new watch. Wow. Wow.
Helping
Um,
the people, that Dib.
yeah, I mean, like, he's not even here. He's not even here. And he's here, Amazing. I'm sounding like Roman Sharp. Okay. Um,
So Rob, just
yeah,
off topic a little bit here. I just
yeah.
posted a song I did the beat on from 30 years ago in your Bobby Likes Discord music channel.
Do
So
you want to Do you want to play it here?
I do not want to play it here. But if anybody wants to hear rap music that I made 30 years ago, you
have to
can
join.
subscribe and join the Bobby Legs channel.
Is this
That-
music? There's no Amin rapping in it? Or is there?
No, I just
No.
I made the beat.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Well, hold on here. I'm not going to let you off the hook that easily. Wait a second.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
No,
okay.
do not play it on
No,
on
no,
the
no. Of
stream.
course not. Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not. But so you made a beat, right?
Yeah.
Now you had this beat. Where was the next step that you were going to rap over it, and you just didn't get around to it?
I had a lot of friends who rapped, and I played the bass, and we had a band in college, and it would be like live people rapping over live music, kind of like the Roots, if you've ever seen them.
Yeah, sure.
They have like a live drummer, live bassist, this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And on the side, I use some MPC, EPS, these kinds of things to make some beats.
Did you ever scratch some records? Did you have like a couple techniques?
There were other people in
turntables?
our circles who were good at that.
Yeah.
I tried it, but I was not any good at that.
Yeah. Did you ever hold the headphones with one ear, like this? This. Then you wave to the crowd side to side. No?
I never waved to the crowd side to side.
Oh.
I did try, mix, blending or mixing or going from one song to the next on vinyl while keeping one headphone off so I could hear what I was doing.
I got to be honest with you, I feel like you're stepping on Thomas's territory over here, because Thomas it has quite the expertise in making some music and songs. Our very own Thomas Burnett, and he's
heard
posted
Thomas posted his own music in your music channel, so I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring.
I think
plenty of room for everyone.
Yeah, no, plenty of room for. I think one of these days, we should have like a listening party in the Bobby Legs Discord, and just like have like listen to Thomas's stuff and then listen to your stuff, and maybe like go like inside the actor's studio, kind of like in depth, like have like question you and Thomas, like what was your state of mind at the time, what were you trying to say, well, with Thomas anyway, because he has actually lyrics, with you, like what were you feeling at the moment, when you made these beats.
I mean, there
It's
exists
interesting.
things with me having lyrics too, but those are not getting posted anywhere.
But why? But
Yeah,
why?
You already have the
plenty of
exclusive
music
on
like
my
that,
on at least the beat. I'll put some other beat music in there
Okay.
that where I did the beats.
Wait, I don't know if you heard this. The newsflash. Keith also has some music.
I have many
Nice.
originals recorded. I
Wow.
used to play a good amount, but
Whoa.
I don't think it's going to end up on the Bobby Legs.
But why not? I mean, you have it out there, right? Do you have it out there?
Luckily, at the time, most of it was made prior to like YouTube, Spotify stuff, so it's not really out there.
What kind of music was it? Let me. I figure that you're like a guitar, like a singer-songwriter guy, Keith. I get that vibe from you.
Yeah, I used to play like acoustic guitar and sing and open mic nights and stuff.
Yeah. Were you more like Elliott Smith, or were you more a kind of like upbeat, kind of like message?
Yeah, it was like the acoustic version of Alkaline Trio, basically. For anyone that knows that band, that's where my logo's from that I use actually. They're a pop punk band from Chicago. I was into punk and emo and Bright Eyes and Dashboard Confessional, stuff like that. So it sounded a lot like Blink-182, I'm sure.
Oh, okay, all right.
Put something in the Bobby Legs Discord.
Come on,
just a little taste, one little something.
Yeah. I mean, like come on,
it's a closed Discord.
It's a closed Discord. Absolutely. I mean,
yeah, stuff on the internet never shows up anywhere else.
Yeah, but look, what happens in Bobby Legs Discord stays in Bobby Legs Discord. Okay, it's not going to go out there. I promise you. We have strict guidelines in the Bobby Legs Discord. About these things. You know what I mean? And we'll just have a like. Let's see. Hey, look. look, you don't even have to put anything in there, right? We can have a stream there, and then you can just like play. You put your microphone next to whatever boombox or whatever like speaker you have, and we can listen to it there. We don't have to like upload anything. I'm
Yeah.
curious. No, I think I have a feeling it's good. I want to hear it, Keith.
Yeah, I think the newest stuff I have recorded that wasn't just on my notes app was from like playing live in 2012, maybe. So it's been a while.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, people are
Awesome.
confused. They're saying I'm saying I have a logo. No, the logo I use to post on the chat is the Alkaline Trio logo.
Yeah. Hey, Scott saying, why consign when you could do something like Loop this? Well, I mean, like you run the risk, Scott, like of going to auction, right? Like any auction, and not getting what you think you should be getting. I think, in talking to some of the folks, and there's some folks that we know that have used Loop this, like certain kinds of watches do very, very well on Loop this. Not every watch does well. So like you're like I can't like remember when Deech got that big the big Pilot 43 IWC for like a song. I think it was like $3,800 or something like that he got it for. And so like watches like that um don't do well, I think, on Loop this. Something like more high end or more like limited or rare does do well there, right? I mean, anybody else who's used it in the chat, feel free to comment if you agree or disagree. But that's what I think I've seen. Yeah, Amin does have beats. Batman beats. Ooh, I know what you're trying to do there, Joe. But I promise, Amin, I wouldn't do that. Fellow bassist, who knew? Wow. Wow, there's a lot of. I used to play guitar. I have like a love-hate relationship with the guitar. Like I used to play a lot, and then get to a point where like I stopped playing for like a year, and then play for a year, and then stop playing for like 2 years. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, I
Did
get
you learn
I
a
get
lot of Metallica songs? Oh no, Metallica. That'd
no
be
no 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 no. I learned a
not
lot of
cool
Metallica,
enough for you.
a lot of Slayer. But my biggest influence when I was learning to play guitar was actually Jimi Hendrix. Like I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was a huge Jimi Hendrix fan, and am still. Um, Joe Satriani too. Um, that kind of stuff I really like. Yngwie Malmsteen, like those like guitar guys. You know
Yngwie,
what I
yeah.
mean?
I used to
You
be a
know,
fan of his, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Amin cutting and scratching, wiki woo. Probably the only rap producer that wears UN. No, they probably. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. No, they probably don't wear UNs, right? Maybe the Freak. Um, Amin's secret Akai NPC producer. Awesome. Akai. Did I say that right? Um, let's see here. It's a shame that Amin gave up promising rap career to be a doctor. Oh, that's brilliant. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm getting okay. I thought Mrs. Light
I
was
would
texting me
love
something.
if like Amin sat his wife down one day and be like, you know what? I'm giving up this doctor stuff. I'm chasing my dreams. I'm going into music full time. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I mean, like, do you think there's room for like? I mean, you're gonna be fit. I'm just gonna say 50 just because it's more of a shocking number than
Yeah,
49. But for like a 50-year-old new rapper, like, do you think that could ever happen? Do you know what I mean? Like
No,
a new no?
no,
Do you? Yeah.
absolutely not. I
I'm,
think that most people do their best, most creative stuff younger, you know?
I agree. I
Mm,
agree. And when they have no money, right? Like
yeah,
NWA was great
mm,
when they were struggling, right?
mm,
And then like or any most rappers, right? Their
mm,
first albums, the first couple albums are great
yep, yep.
because they have anger. But then like once you get money, I mean, like, what do you else you have to rap
Or
about?
you maybe
Money?
you run out of material. Maybe when you're young, you're writing down all your ideas and you kinda you build it up and then you get
Yeah.
an outlet, but then you gotta come up with more. Yeah, it could be the
Hmm.
money thing, could be distraction, but, it's not just rap. Physicists, like Einstein did his best stuff when he was young, right? Like, it's
Yeah,
like
but I
all
mean, like,
walks of life.
dude, I mean, like, but how do you like E equals MC squared? Like, how do you like follow that up? You know what I mean?
You keep on. I mean, there's lots more questions to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
I
you're young, you have less of a filter. You're less self-conscious. I feel like you're more willing to be bold, and I think when you get older, that
But
you start
Picasso
to.
was painting very, very late into his, his life.
Some
You know
people
what I
can
mean?
overcome it. You know.
Yeah.
yeah, he's kind of a singular person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, think
Like,
of all the bands around now that the crowd just wants to hear an album for like 20 years ago. You know,
Yeah,
they don't want to hear their new stuff.
well, it is.
Although it was the
Yeah.
new,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true. That's true. I mean, like, when I go see, when I've seen Iron Maiden, like, I don't want to listen to like most recent stuff. Like, I want to hear some of the stuff that, and you know what, bands and most bands know that, and they just keep it to.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, like there's some bands that I listen to, like that they been around forever, and they still put out some good stuff too. So, but I mean, I get your point. I mean, like most of that creativity stuff. Do, do you think that's like kind of like the watchmaking world? Is that like a reflection? Is that something that sounds like right? I mean, like we have some older watchmakers who keep on making incredible stuff, right? I mean, I think the only thing that could stop them is like maybe their vision or their, maybe they don't have a steady hand anymore. But I mean, a lot of these guys are still, if they're alive, they're still working, right?
it's true.
Um,
Yeah, but a
so
lot of
maybe,
the
Yeah,
bigger watch manufacturers, they're cranking out the hits. You know, they're cranking out new versions of what made them big years ago.
yeah, yeah. Well, those are the brands, right? But I'm talking like like a like somebody like like an FP Journe. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
is he still innovating at his age? And he's probably in his 60s.
but
You know?
even if you don't lose your ability to do great stuff, great new stuff, like if you didn't have it when you were 20, 30, 40,
Hmm.
the chance that you're just gonna like now you're gonna have it when you're 50, unless you're just like an extremely talented person who never tried the stuff before, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
for me, being 50, the reason I didn't keep on making rap beats was because I was very mediocre, to be kind,
yeah, yeah.
at doing it, right? Um,
But you
so
don't think? But look, I mean, like, I think that if you kept on making beats through
mhm.
like med school, through like
I
like
did keep. I posted something 30 years ago. I can post something from 25 years ago in med school. Yeah.
but then you stopped, right? Then there was a point where
Yeah,
you
after
stopped.
med school, when I started to work, I stopped. I mean, I was
Yeah,
working 100 hours a week. I didn't have time to make any
yeah.
beats.
But I mean, like, but if you had continued making beats, you don't think you got to a point where at least you could make beats for other artists? I mean, you don't have
Could
to.
I have? No, I don't. I really don't think so. I remember I had a good friend who was very talented, who was like, if this other stuff doesn't work out, you can make, really mediocre beats. Like
Yeah,
he was very forthright about it. So no, I don't think so.
yeah. Looks like Div's getting a little ornery. He's like some watch talk today.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Well, let's finish up here with the crowd, with the chat, see what they're saying. I'm just gonna. Grateful Dead didn't have a gold record until like Touch of Grey. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
but Deadheads don't want to hear a touch of gray.
No, they don't. They absolutely don't. Donald Trump didn't become president until like 79, and Biden older, right? That's funny.
Uh,
There's some, yeah. I mean, I see that point. You know, Nilo was in an air band. So was I. I was totally in an air band in college. There's Saw Beats.
it was worse than that. I won't even tell you what it was called. It was worse than that.
uh, poor, poor career choices. Um, Oppenheimer was like 42. Um, Amin needs to justify why he became a doctor on the show. LOL. Okay. Hey, yeah. Let's talk about some new releases and and a release in particular that I'm not really 100% sure if I like it or hate it. And I've typically been liking what Longines has been coming out with in the last couple of years. Still haven't owned one. Always threatened to buy one. Just never pulled the trigger. But they came out with the HydroQuest GMT, the Hydro Conquest GMT. And I'm not sure if I'm a big, I don't know if I like the Hydro Conquest, but I like what they're doing here. I think what throws me off is this hour hand here that's
Mm.
going on here. It's sort of Tudor like, Snowflake like. Now I'll be the first one to admit I really don't know much about Longines' previous catalog. I don't know if that our hand is something that they pulled from the catalog or the playbook from like 1950 or 1960, like if it always existed in Longines. But to me, it's a little off-putting. But
Mm.
but other than that, I think it's a nice piece. It's the hour hand is the only one that's throwing me off. What do you guys think about this release?
I mean,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead, Keith.
No, go ahead.
I think it's good looking, but I think the hour hand helps make it less generic looking. So
Mhm.
So you
I
see it as a plus.
I see it as a plus.
Yeah.
And I bet, knowing Longines, that they pulled it from somewhere in their catalog.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Keith, what say you?
Yeah, so Longines, the past few years, especially the past couple, have been getting a lot of love. I still don't see a lot of love for the Hydro Conquest diver.
Mm.
That I can name many Longines that people seem to like more than that, and I think this is the first time doing it as a GMT. I'm not really sure, but I like how this looks. First of all, the 3 out of the 4 colorways are really great. I don't like brown, the brown dial. I could leave that one.
Yeah.
But it's a good looking watch. I guess I don't understand why the Hydro Conquest, regular diver doesn't get a lot of love. Usually with brands, the diver is like, the number one
Yeah.
watch that they
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Longines, it's like the Spirit, a Legend diver, or I hear about the Zulu and not the Hydro Conquest. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't really know why
what's
that
that
is.
other diver that you had Amin, Longines diver
Yeah,
recently?
that's a
That
Legend
comp
diver.
Legend
that's
diver.
the Legend diver. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that maybe takes some of the oxygen out of the room for the Hydro Conquest,
Yep.
But I think Justin makes a good point here. I just rather have the Zulu. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe I'm giving up a little bit of water resistance, maybe. But I just think the Zulu is just a much better looking for as a GMT. I'm talking
Yeah.
about. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the 39 millimeter in person. The last time I checked was maybe a week or two ago. They don't seem to be in stores yet.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm looking forward to seeing that too. I know like guys like Joey B who have the 42. He speaks so highly of that. He also has a little bit of bigger wrist than me, so I'm just wondering if and I tried the 42 and I thought it was it's a good looking watch, but I'm wondering if the size of the 39 is going to be such a big deal breaker. Well, not a deal breaker, but like a game changer for me when it comes to wearing. The 39 comes like in a two-tone, right? They have a two-tone one, and
Yeah.
I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks
Yeah, that
beautiful.
does look nice.
Um,
It's a little more expensive.
yeah, sure, sure. And that do I want to spend 4 grand on a Zulu on a Longines? I don't know. But I bet you in about a year we'll see some good pricing on that watch, right?
Yeah.
Either you will get to see some 20 or 30% off of retail, or in the secondary it just takes a hit. We'll see. Is the Zulu the perfect adventure travel watch? Wear it anywhere and not live or die if you get mugged um, in London. It's one of them, right? I think I was actually thinking about this today. Um, I was thinking about doing a revisit video on the Zin 856 because Mrs. Legs has one, and I had that watch several times. And to me, like like that watch is one of the best examples of a travel watch, meaning that you can keep that UTC, you can keep that other time zone if you want. If you can keep that going, and then it's just like so inconspicuous. You know what I mean? It's so like low profile, and I think the Zulu is probably more of an eye catcher. But again, yeah, you can wear it anywhere probably and not have to worry about getting mugged or something like that, right? Yeah. Joey B says he has no reservations about swimming in pools and oceans with the Zulu. Okay. Hey, Tom's another super chat. Thanks, buddy. Jay Dilla, Scott Storch. There's a new guy in town. Amin tracks. That's great. That's great. I travel with my Zin 8556. Great on the OEM textile bracelet. Yeah, that's a great watch, man. Great watch. Zin 105 UTC also, for sure. Michael B saying Hydro Conquest, Oris Aquas, and Aqua Racers are the divers nobody cares about. I think people like there's a lot of people who like the Oris Aquas. At least people in the watch community that I know like the Oris Aquas. I think aqua racers are cool. I actually like the look of them. Solid choice, Scott. The 6 and 9 looks out of place on this one or on the Zulu Under Dream Watch Collector. What are we talking? Because you must be talking about something else then. Yeah.
Maybe on the regular Hydro Conquest.
Maybe on the regular Hydro. Oh yeah. I think you're.
Closing south. It's me and you, Amin. There's going to be a huge influx of Bobby Legs subscribers to get into that Discord to listen to your music.
Oh man.
And I'm back now. I know. Gonna go on vacation for a week and a half, and I just
that one day I tried to cover. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Oh, the other day? I thought you guys did a good job. I thought you did. You did great. I mean, I saw a little bit of it, but I thought
I was a mess.
You're a mess. Okay. Let's take a look at some other releases. Just bear with me. This is another Oris. I don't know.
Yeah, another Aquas. Yeah,
another Aquas. Heinhardt, Pioneer Silva. Okay. Doesn't really do anything for me here. Just very, very plain, right?
Very plain.
Yeah. I mean, Hanhart. I mean, you got to go Chrono when you go Hanhart.
I don't know if it's on the first page.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the new Norcane.
This one?
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool looking. It's
what's the story with the dial there, Keith? What's going on there? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know if it has a story attached to it. I didn't get that far into it that I know of. It's textured.
Textured, yeah.
Kind of like some of the portions have that rose gold color, and I'm just a sucker for rose gold and black, so that probably helps too. I think it's kind of it's more of a standard looking sports watch with a little bit of a twist because of the dial. The price is, I think it's 4,400 on bracelet. So
that's pretty steep, right?
Yeah. I think everyone would argue that they'd rather buy a Tudor or something like that. I think it's kind of cool looking. I tried out some Norcanes last year, and I thought that the quality was good.
Were they at Wind Up this year?
Not at this year, no. They were at last year, but they didn't go this year. I kind of like it.
I think it's cool looking. Looks nice.
Yeah, I'm not sold on that dial. I mean, everything else I like. I think it's fine. That dial just doesn't really do it for me. Waiting for Bobby to give his Aura speech. That Norcane should be called a Tiger King. Yeah, I mean, Michael, that's what it reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of like a tiger kind of pattern, like something like Dib would probably like that. Well, no, because he loves tigers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's his favorite animal. We learned
if
a
it
lot.
were like a stone dial, if you knew how the dial was made and it was something like a tiger eye stone or what's that Rolex date that has the
Eisenkiesel?
Eisenkiesel? If it was something like a stone dial, would you like it better?
I think so. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I would. I think I would. Um. Okay.
That Zenith, it's not a new watch, but the one on the higher up, that is
Oh,
oh
that's weird. Okay.
yeah, I like this.
So that's super interesting, right?
It's cool looking.
Judging by the picture, I mean, there's probably few. I just worry about these skeleton dials.
Mhm.
That there will be enough contrast for me to actually read the time. You
Mm-mm.
know what I mean? And so far, this looks like, I mean, I could probably read the time on this one easily. I mean, I do like these defies.
Mm.
And well, not this one. I can't. I'm not a big fan of this one. But most defies I do like. Um, but their skeleton dial versions I find hard to read.
Mm.
And that would be a deal breaker for me, I think. You know, um, Keith, what do you think?
It looks good. I really like the prior version of the skeleton.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like the other skeletons too,
Yeah, yeah.
not just the ceramic one.
But yeah, they're all pretty good looking.
Around 18 US, it looks like.
Oh boy.
That's stiff.
That's pretty stiff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So many other great watches around that price point, right?
Yeah.
It's here with the grandson is awake. Time to go. Hey, Nilo, take it easy.
See you, Nilo.
See you. Got the You're Terrific seal of approval.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he did a skeleton, right?
Yeah, I
He
think
just
this
did
week or
that
last
video.
week.
Paul loves it. Same Bobby. Yep. Anything
How about the
else here?
Baltic,
Oh,
Rob?
you got it. Baltic.
You know what I
Where
really like? New
where's the Baltic?
releases.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go
No,
go
no, what was
down.
Baltic?
Let's get your
Was
take
there a
on the
Baltic?
Baltic. Yeah, keep going. Right there. There you go.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, like,
Can you solo yourself or no?
you okay, hold on. I'm gonna exit solo. Yeah, no, this is terrible. I mean, this is I just I don't even know I don't even know why. Um Actually it's not that terrible. But I mean, like, I just know it has no soul. And I know that, there's probably nothing original about any of this design. But look, I mean, like, if you like it, you like it. And again, my issue is not with Baltic per se. It's with Waco and his description of the guy calling him, like, like the future of watch design, which it was a complete joke. But if you want to spend 750 euro on this, by all means do it. It's a tasteful looking piece. That's what
Tim
I'll say.
likes it in the chat, I must say. I'm surprised.
This watch brings me fond memories of a patina Rolex HS. Love this Baltic. I just don't know if Dib is being
Yeah, I can't tell
serious.
either.
Maybe the soul isn't showing up in front of you. Sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm the one that has no soul, and anything that has a soul, I hate. Maybe that's what it is. Keith, was there something you wanted to see?
If you Google Fratello, they had some good pictures of this. The Tissot PRX in gold and 35 millimeters. I think that's it. I mean, their pictures are fantastic, but I'm really looking for a way to try out some gold affordable. Down, not those ones.
This one?
Oh yeah. See, look at it. Does that look nice? I'm sure it's too small for me, But I want a somewhat affordable way to try gold because I've never worn gold anything before. And this is nice looking, I think. They just announced this, I think, last week. This and the ice blue.
Look, it's. I mean, like, what's the price point on these? Like, I mean, if
The gold is 800, eight something, 825 maybe.
yeah, I mean, like, if you get this, like, a discount, I mean, like, why not? I
Well,
think
what's it like a good way I could try out gold for not buying real gold?
This is
bronze.
a good way.
Yeah, I guess this is a good way. Yeah,
This is reminds me of the Vacheron 222.
it does, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, yeah, I get that vibe for sure. Did Keith just say a watch was too small for
Yeah,
him?
what am I thinking? It's perfect. No, I do want to try it on. The last place I went that carried Tissot, like they didn't know anything that was going on. I asked for the 35 millimeter, and they asked me, "Are you sure that they make that?" I'm like, oh, forget it.
Hey, Peter's got a good point here. Vintage? Are
Yeah,
you, or how
I
do you
don't
feel
do
about vintage in general?
Yeah, I don't do vintage.
You don't do vintage? Okay. It's not a bad way though. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I know vintage is a little scary. If you don't like it aesthetically, that's a different story. If you don't like it because there's a lot of either Frankensteins or fakes or
Yeah.
whatnot out there, that's I get that too. Um, but I always kind of like fantasize of having like a gold like vintage watch, like one of those like old dates,
Mm,
on a leather strap, Uh, we've been saying my Citizen Chronomaster is Duratec gold, maybe not affordable. Okay,
okay.
that's one. But yeah, I mean, why not? What if you could find this like pre-owned, or get like 30% off one day, I mean, like
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah, why not?
I
I
enjoy
feel like
pieces.
the gold is loud enough that it'll make up for the watch possibly being a little small.
I
Yeah,
think that's a thing. That's
yeah,
for sure a real thing.
yeah, yeah. I hear 28 millimeter Cartier is super classy these days. Oh, Dib. Baltic wipes the floor with his PRX. Come on, Dib.
Dib is trolling.
He
There's
he he's totally trolling.
I know he
there's
does not like the PRX though, so
Yeah.
he could be for real.
He's
It's
in
hard
the
to
back
tell.
seat of this car. He's like in the middle seat. He's like in the middle. He's like sandwiched between two people, and it's bumpy, and he's just really sour right now. And Chick-fil-A is closed. I think that's what's happening right now. Um, hey, Amin, what are you
Hmm.
looking at right now? What do you
I was looking at gold Seiko 5s. My dad used to have
Well,
a gold plated Seiko 5, and
yeah, there's a newish one that the SK the like 5KX. It's SRP K18.
mm.
That
So
kind of
that
looks kind of
there's a bunch of
cool too.
Seiko options like vintage and some modern that you could also do.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, let's pull up that Seiko that you just mentioned. Yeah, I mean, oh, let me get rid of that pop up. This is, I mean, I see you more with the PRX than this.
Mm-hmm.
I like that PRX.
Yeah, I think I like that
it's cool.
PRX too.
Is PVD gold? Like, is there actual gold in that? I mean, obviously it's not solid gold, but like, is it like a tiny layer of gold?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so, Alan. I don't think it does.
It's just gold colored.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's just gold colored.
It looks like gold.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Cheap two-tone Seikos run deep in my family, mostly because we ain't fancy, but like to put on airs. You're pretty fancy though, Justin. The ladies love this gold Seiko. Oh, come on,
I bet.
Dib. I mean, like, be serious, would you? You've been pulling our chains
I
all
feel like
night.
somebody Dib is doing something social right now, and somebody's using Dib's account right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, absolutely. 0 gold. Get a Bling Master. Have you? So here's the thing: the Bling Master, it's kind of heavy.
Yeah, it's too big. It's not for me. Yeah.
It's just yellowish. Yeah, if whoever has Dib's phone, can you just give it back to him, please? Because this is obviously not the Dibby that we know saying these things.
I mean, I do have a lot of interest in the Black Bay 36 steel and gold.
Mm.
It's
Hey,
actual gold. It's capped, but actual gold. So
yeah,
you never know.
that's a good watch. I mean, capped is it's better than plated, right?
Yeah.
It's because there's actual more gold there. I think that's a solid option. Have you tried that in person? Have you
I
seen it
have
in
tried it
person?
on. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
like it.
yeah.
I look at prices for that a good amount, but waiting for the good deal.
This watch, along with a Cuban chain, you'll be pulling honeys all night long. See, that's just a ridiculous statement.
I mean, I could try it, and
Fake Dib.
it's not me at all. So maybe that'll happen too.
Yeah. I'm with Justin here. I see PRX is the move as long as you pay less than 1K. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Justin. I think that's the move. I think you would enjoy that PRX a lot. Like I could see you like wearing that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sam.
casually. Everything. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was gonna say Sam Sands of Time. He had
Yeah.
the 40 millimeter, I think, quartz version. I thought that was nice looking too. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Give it the old try on. I have to go to a different Tissot place by me.
Scott saying in his opinion, there's nothing better than a yellow gold Breguet. I like yellow gold. I'm more of a rose gold guy though. I gotta say. I mean,
I
does it
don't
matter
own
to
any
you?
yellow gold, but I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I asked my Rolex AD to put me as down for interest in the yellow gold 1908
Oh,
with the
okay.
black dial,
Yeah.
but she told me I had almost
You're,
no
uh,
possibility of that. But still, I think it looks really good.
yeah. I love the rose gold with a black dial. I think
Oh,
that
me too.
for
Yeah,
me
yeah.
is so. That's like, mwah,
Yeah,
Mm.
I
that
agree.
thing. That's like a shrimp parm sandwich, like the best shrimp parm sandwich. You know what I mean? It's so good. Um, but like some of those like Torics and Tondas, the older Tondas,
Mm.
and Torics by Parmigiani, both those models in the rose gold with the black dial. So good. Even like the Pre-Milan Mosers, with
Mm.
the rose gold and black. Oh man, just such beautiful watches, man.
Mhm.
Mm.
Such beautiful watches. Um, hey, so Ahmed, what's going on here? We're past the midpoint of the year here now, right?
Mm.
So now we're coming into the last half of it. Any kind of like anything that's out there that you want to make happen by the end of the year? Like, this is like like a immediate short term goal. Any short term goals here with watch collecting?
I think I want to do another Sartori Billard,
Oh, okay, yeah,
SBO4,
yeah.
and I think the wait time on those are at least 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I think I want to do is start that and then not buy any other watches for the
Yeah,
just kind of focus on that and have the delayed gratification of that.
yeah. Anything in particular you have in mind, or you're just like spitballing right now? Have you ever contacted him?
I contacted him
Uh-huh.
yesterday. He got back to me today, and I mean, there's this I don't know if I can if I have a way to share it. I can show my phone. Um, I'm gonna be mercilessly mocked here because last time I posted this, I got, I got, I
Oh,
got,
I know it's coming. I know it's
yeah.
coming.
All right.
All right, let's see.
So you see this JLC?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Like ignore the bark around the outside and the
Yeah.
case, right? But you see how it's like a mirror and the center is brushed gold?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take me off the screen.
Yeah.
So, I think, one of the things that Sartori Builder does really well is polish natural color titanium like a mirror.
Mm.
Okay. And then he can also heat anodize titanium to like a honey gold. Okay. So I'm not doing like the same design as the watch I just showed, but that kind of combination of like honey gold, heat anodized titanium, and mirror polished natural colored titanium. Some kind of use of
Okay.
those colors in a watch is kind of where I'm thinking here.
Nice. Nice. Romans around the dial, or
Probably.
yeah. Yeah.
I usually like you know, not Romans, but on his watches,
Mm.
I
I
feel
think they
like
look good. Yeah.
the Romans look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Would you consider like some sort of like, uh, did, did that? Did you? I feel like at one point you were looking to have. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else having a watch with the numbers like in Korean or
I did consider some of that,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I, um, I decided against it
Yeah.
in the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to be your short term project,
Yeah.
and hopefully it'll save you from some making some other purchases. Not
I
save
think
you, but I
so.
mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a way of extending the fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the
Wait.
chances that you'll completely change your mind from that?
To the design completely changed
Yeah.
my mind. It's not I would say 50-50.
Okay.
Mm,
I think, I've kind of committed to doing something. So I don't think
Okay.
I'll change my mind about getting the watch,
Okay.
but the color palette and the finishes and the materials that could change. That's probably 50-50 shot.
yeah.
Mhm.
Wayman put down a deposit, and he was told 6 months there. So awesome, Wayman. Looking
Nice,
forward
Raven.
to see.
Which model is SPO4 too?
Yeah, if you can throw that in. Yeah, he's gonna have Chinese numerals on his.
Cool.
Um, hey, well, underachieving watch color does like the Twiggy bezel. Um, Dib has a Seiko coming in, but since that's not gold, you ain't getting any love. What about? I mean, what are the chances, Keith, that you're gonna, get that Tissot or that Tudor by the end of the year? We have about 5 months almost.
If I'm okay with how the Tissot fits, I think that's pretty high.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I love a 37.5.
Mm,
Split the difference between the two. But you gotta, go with what you're dealt.
yeah. 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 I could totally see you with that kind of watch. I'm kind of like obsessed with getting a Marine Master 300.
Mhm.
And so I've been stalking eBay and some of the online dealers to see if there's, and they've been discontinued, right? Or I don't know if they're coming back again in a different, form or whatever. But they've been discontinued, it appears. And so like I would love to get one in. I mean, I like that. Ever since Kevin sent me his to look at and to review, I've really liked the look and the feel on strap. Bracelet, I could imagine probably too heavy. I probably automatically would just put it on the strap. But I like that. It feels like a real diver, right? It feels like something that a real diver would wear. So, and there's some appeal to that for sure. For sure, I like the way the dial gets, with those big watches, that the dial is smaller, kind of like that Doxa feel. You know what I mean? With a smaller dial. I don't know. There's something about that I really really like.
I
Um,
know you were looking at one on eBay. How did that go? Is that over yet?
no, that's not over. That's still got probably like a day and a half.
Okay.
But there's people watching it. I know I'm gonna
Mhm.
get it up. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm at where I'm at. I'm not gonna go anything higher than that. And then if I do get it, then there's a couple pieces that I'm gonna have to sell to make it budget neutral. But but that piece, it's interesting to me because it really is almost like the quintessential dive watch, right? And there's a lot of quintessential dive watches, but for me that one speaks to me more in particular, and the fact that it's discontinued. And so like there's like some collectability there, you know what I mean? It'd be a nice
Hmm.
thing to have, and who knows, they'll probably bring it back at some point, right? But maybe not,
Probably.
I don't know. But no one's Seiko, right? um DB's emotional this evening. He sure is, man. I hope he has a good weekend, away, you know. Keep is in deep consideration on this one. Yeah, yeah. Hey, well, guys, sorry for the delay this evening, man, and I
No
appreciate Amin
worries.
and Keith, you guys sticking through and waiting backstage for me, and hopefully this is not too much of an indication of what's going to be like ongoing. But there is a chance that I'll be starting these streams a little bit later because the kids are getting older and staying up a little bit later and more of a handful, right? Anyway, chat, thank you so much for the chat, for being chat. It's great. Again, Keith and Amin, thank you so much. And don't forget to tune in on Sunday at 9 p.m. for another episode of Watch Soup with engineer wannabe Sanjay and watchdog Clayton and yours truly for another episode. Anyway, guys, have a great evening. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you Sunday. Take care. Good night.
Good night. See you guys.